We live in a world where we not only have to worry about the living, but also the dead. A lot of the times, people are afraid to come out with their stories due to the fact of what others might say. I've said it once, and I will say it again, the paranormal is not something to make a mockery of, because doing so can result in undesired consequences. We have two sides to this topic, the non-believers and the believers. Jesus Ricardo Morones is a young man who lives in Zacatecas in Mexico. Like almost every victim of the paranormal, he never imagined this would happen. More than a year ago, Ricardo was living a normal life until one night when he was texting his significant other, they noticed something unnerving in a video that he had sent. I've been thinking a lot if I should upload the next content due to the fact I know that people are a bit skeptical about topics of the paranormal. As you can see, it is a typical conversation between a couple, seemingly nothing odd about this. At least, not until Ricardo replied with a video to her message where she asked to know when he was tired. At first glance, there is no sign of anything paranormal. His girlfriend replied with laughter in her eyes. It wasn't until the next day when they noticed something concerning in the footage. I sent the video that comes out in the conversation. In the moment, I didn't sense anything. I didn't even notice what was going on in the video. Yesterday is when we realized what was going on.
Pues ya me acomodé y todo. Ya me quiero dormir, ya tengo sueño. Pero tienen la luz del pasillo prendida y mi mamá está escuchando un video, güey.
Were you guys able to catch it in the video? If you didn't, don't feel bad. I didn't even notice when I first watched it. Ricardo took to Instagram to ask if people were able to see it, to which only 38% were able to see it, and 62% were not able to see it.
Video, güey.
The craziest thing is that in the mirror, you couldn't see anything. My mom was in the kitchen and she didn't see anything, like a shadow. In no moment was there a shadow on the floor. For those who were not able to see it, it will stay in my highlight stories. Just think about the amount of times in which you are in bed relaxed and without even knowing, there was something unknown observing you from a distance. You never know, maybe the times you thought you were alone, you weren't actually alone. Of course, when his followers saw these stories, a lot of doubts began to fill their minds, therefore they began to ask questions. Getting back into topic, there has been a lot of questions about my house. My grandparents lived here in 1954, and up to this day, it is part of the family of 12 siblings. For family matters, I live here since I was 9 years old. The house is located in the center of Zacatecas. When we first arrived, there was something similar that happened in that room. When I was watching TV, through the door's windows, I was able to see something pass towards the kitchen. I got up thinking it was my sister, and I was surprised to see that nobody was in the kitchen. I guess you could say that it is something normal in the house, but we never have been able to record anything like what happened on Monday. The lights have been turned off on my mom while she was bathing, and things that turn up in different places, and etc. This is an interesting story because I get what he is trying to say. You know, he's explaining how ever since he's lived there has been strange things that has always happened, but they never caught anything on camera until now. So before, when these things would happen, I guess they never fully acknowledged it. They would just brush it off. And I don't know. I feel that 100% because where I live, strange things happen once in a while. So far from what I have experienced, you know, I've experienced things being knocked off the counter, my TV turning on and off, and the same thing with the lights, as well as like weird noises. Like you hear people walking, but there's nobody here. And I remember the other day when my cousin was over, he was scared. He told me he was like, "Is your mom upstairs?" And I was like, "No, she's not upstairs." But I wasn't too sure. I was like, maybe she did come upstairs and went into the room. So I got up and I went into my dad's room because that's where he saw the shadow go, and there was nobody here. And I went downstairs to ask my mom because I was like, maybe she went back downstairs without us seeing her, and she said no. And I don't know, it was just weird because, you know, sometimes I feel like I see things, but I feel like it's just my imagination. Like I never fully acknowledge it. Like I don't think much of it. And then the other day, this was like, I don't know, this was more where I was like, okay, some shit's going on. You know, we were washing and I noticed that my dryer, it was up against the wall. Well, it was like, you know, towards the wall, and it went fully forward, like a lot. Like everything that was on there just completely fell off. And when like I didn't hear it happen because I was upstairs, and I guess like when it fell, like I always have earphones on, so I didn't hear nothing. I went downstairs, and it was weird because my mom didn't even notice, and she was down there for the most part. I don't know if it happened when she went upstairs, and she didn't even like say anything. I went in there and I asked her, I was like, what happened? And I was like, did you move this? Like, why did you move the dryer all the way forward? And she's like, I did not move that. I was like, okay, so then what the hell is going on? Because I was literally in that area, and the light had turned off on me in the restroom. So I don't know, it was weird. But I, like I said, I fully understand what he's saying because, you know, when that happened, well, when all these things happen, actually, I brush it off. I don't even acknowledge it. Like, I'm just like, okay, you know, it happened. Like, I don't give too much thought about it. I'm not like, oh my God, there's a ghost here. Because I don't know. I feel like I won't ever think that whatever happens here or has happened or that's going to happen is a ghost until I actually 100% am able to catch it, like on camera or anything. So I don't know. I get what I'm saying. I'm sorry for this ramble. I shouldn't have this. I just made a story time right now. So let's just get back into the story. But my point is that I understand what he's saying because this has happened to him, I guess, his whole life. But they just never fully, I guess, acknowledged it. These are some messages between Ricardo and a cousin. I will only read the messages that are of importance in this story. Hey, I was just remembering. I think that the room used to be my mom's because she said it was the last one or second to last. And she claims that she also used to see things. Haha, yup, F that. That is scary. Ricardo shared more messages, but this time between his mom and him. I don't know what is wrong with her. I was mopping down there and I heard her bark a lot. I went to the patio and she was crying like she didn't want to come down. She saw a ghost? Let's see later if you can come see her because I'm scared. She is really distressed.
¿Qué te pasa? ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué tiene?
This is a serious situation because not only has Ricardo experienced these strange situations, but his family as well. And let's not even get me started on the dog's strange mood swings. I don't know if being home all the time because of the quarantine is starting to affect me because I'm scared again. I feel like something is watching me. From the date on this post, it has been around 7 months since he posted that video. He is asking people if they remember the video because something similar is happening again. Noises could be heard on the roof of the house. It is like if somebody was running up there. It looks like if they are turning off and on a light. It can be seen on the skylight. I hope it can be heard. Near the end of the clip, it was made clear that somebody or something was on the roof. A shadow can be seen through the rectangular hole on the ceiling. Right when I start to record, wood was thrown from the closet. I don't know how convenient it is to post this. Not comfortable sleeping because of the noises, Ricardo makes the decision to check to see if there is an intruder or if it is just an entity. Ricardo checked the roof, accompanied by his dog, but upon looking around, he saw nothing out of the normal, so he went back inside. It was not until a couple days later where something spine-chilling occurred. The lights on the roof could be seen flickering on and off through the skylight. Ricardo didn't think much of it until a week later. I am in the kitchen working on something, and it's occurring again. The music playing through the hallways seems to startle Ricardo, So Ricardo makes his way to see what the possible cause of that could be. It blows my mind a little watching the videos and connecting everything. Right when I entered the room, the song was on this part. The two verses that are kind of terrifying, at least for me, that I think is, "You know you can run and you can hide, but I'm not leaving unless you come with me. You know you can run and you can hide, but I'm not leaving till it's all over." Something tells me that the entity was trying to send Ricardo a message through the song, and if you ask me, the message is pretty terrifying. It is more clear than ever. Ricardo's home is now the home of an entity. What it wants is unknown, so he better pray that this is just a regular ghost and not a poltergeist that wants to harm him. Taking into consideration the fact that the activity like this was not so new and has been present since he moved there, makes it even more concerning because things had never escalated to this extent until now, meaning that the entity most likely does want to cause him problems. If you guys want the second part to this story, let me know in the comment section below, and also by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe with post notifications so you are notified when I update your favorite videos. I will see you guys in the next video.